right, welcome back to the Built to Grow podcast. I'm your host, Tim Lyons, joined in studio today by Randy Inkson. What's up, dude?
How we doing today?
Good.
Yeah,
we're wrapping up the seventh habit of the 7 Habits series of the 7 Habits of Winning Gyms. Guys, just to recap, we've been, the last 6 episodes, we've talked about the 7 things that winning gyms do, the habits, if you will.
Sure.
And how when you follow these things, you're nearly guaranteed to win. And that's all we want for you guys. We want you guys to win the game. So let's recap these 6, and then we'll get into the 7th. So habit number 1, winning gyms master the main thing. We talked about this story about the Boston market. Mm-hmm. We talked about how gyms that have subpar product like to supplement it with other things. And we really believe that you should master that, be the best in class at the one thing. And once that one thing is the best you believe it can be, and then kind of move on and add things. Second habit was choose visibility. You know, gone are the days of the coolness factor of being in the back of a warehouse with no air conditioning and a roll-up door. Clients want convenience, and anything that you can do to make it more convenient versus less convenient is the right move, right? Yeah. Make it easy for people to do business with you. Habit number 3 is keep the growth engine running. This is your marketing engine, your acquisition engine, making sure that, hey, you know what, even if you are pretty busy, to keep it on, throttle it up and down, but that momentum, to get the momentum back after turning something off over a long period of time, it's very, very difficult. Number 5, seek the competitive edge. We're talking about squeezing every amount of each opportunity, whether or not it's new technology or AI or getting into the next thing, or networking and going to an event and going to the happy hours and talking to gym owners and just networking in general, seeking the competitive edge. Number 6, obsess over the scoreboard. This should go without saying. You got to know your numbers.
Oh, big time.
You got to know your numbers. You got to know, you got to like make your business a competition. I don't know. It's like a sport, right? In the scoreboard is your numbers.
Yeah.
And maybe you're not competing against the guy across the street, but maybe you're competing with your numbers from last month or last year. You got to always know your numbers and what you're striving to get across and further and better.
Yep.
Right. Habit number 7. This is what, there's a concept called the big domino. And the big domino concept is like, what is that big domino that you knock down and makes all of the rest of the things in your life easier, your business easier, or even not necessary? And that's where habit 7 comes in. Habit 7 is winning gyms surround themselves with high performers, whether that's high performers in their team or high performers as other gym owners. This is the thing that once you experience surrounding yourself with like-minded, driven individuals, again, this could be other gym owners for sure, you'll notice real quick how everything becomes clear. Everything's easier. This is the big domino.
Yeah.
So winning gyms do this. Winning gyms find themselves and put themselves into coaching groups and masterminds or networking and surround themselves with high performers on their team, and things become easier. I challenge everybody to join a mastermind or a coaching program, whether or not that's ours or not. You need to put yourself around big thinkers. Mm-hmm. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. And you'll find that the longer you're in business, you'll realize like, hey, you know what? I've kind of outgrown this circle of influence, the circle of friends or the circle of other businesses that you surround yourself with. You outgrow it, and you should outgrow it. It's interesting because there's mastermind groups all over this fitness industry, and a lot of them get to a certain point, the gyms inside of that, and they just stop growing.
Yeah.
And I know there's a lot of loyalty out there, and I get that. What somebody got you to this spot and they helped you get to a certain point. But sometimes you need to get out of that group to grow again. And that's the thing that happens a lot of times in our iron circles, where we get gym owners coming from other groups and they were the top dog.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, you know what? I'm the one teaching everybody. I'm the one that's kind of like, everybody's coming to for support and help. I need some support and help sometimes. And there's really nobody in this group that can really help me or is doing better than me. So I need to find a new group. And they come into the iron circle where there's some studs in here, right? Studs and studettes. And it challenges the gym owners coming in. It makes them uncomfortable sometimes.
That's exactly it.
And the growth occurs, and they explode, and they had record months and record years of, they've been in business for 10 or 15 years, never got past a certain point, joined the iron circle, explode out of that, right? Hit record months and years. And the same is true for us at ProFit. We join masterminds because we need to be coached and pushed and made uncomfortable and need new ideas. And that's really where winning gyms find the advantage.
Yeah, big time.
They surround themselves. Now, at the team level, this is as true there as well. Nick Saban has a great quote. I put it up on stage. It says, mediocre people cannot stand high achievers, and high achievers cannot stand mediocre people. And from his perspective on the football field, it's very clear. If you have ever played sports, you know this to be true. There's always that guy that's slacking in the back, and the coach gets on him, and then he makes the whole team do it over again because it's a team game.
Yeah. And
if you got one guy that's slacking, and the coach makes everybody run gassers or run the drill again or get back on the line, and all these things happen, you get pissed, especially the one that if you're out in front.
Yeah.
And so I said it on stage. I said, if you're in this audience and you're in your gym and you can't stand the guy that you're working for because they're always hustling and going and things, well, guess what? You're the mediocre person. You're the mediocre person.
Exactly.
So you need to push yourself.
I just saw a video literally this week of a basketball team that was tied together. I mean, the coach was pissed because the performance started to slip, right? So he had them doing line drills, running the court, and he tied them all, he did a big loop and then twisted it between each player. So they were stuck as one.
Sure.
And he had them doing line drills. And the whole premise there was, you're only as good as your weakest link type of thing.
Yeah, that's true.
And in competitive sports, right? It's easy to see the guy who's slacking and not put in the effort. And football, big deal, man. Like that guy that's last off the line is the one that's getting, that hole opens up and the quarterback's getting sacked, things like that. And you need the whole team operating at the highest level that they can.
It's funny if you watch sports close enough, especially football, and that guy breaks free and gets tackled right after he gets through the linebackers, it's usually one missed block. One missed guy that didn't get to his block because he slacked is the reason they didn't score. You know what's funny is every play in football is designed to score a touchdown. Every single one, right? Everybody's blocked and everybody's there, right? It's just athlete versus athlete.
Sure.
So who athleted who and who slacked and who missed their block and who outpowered the other guy is the reason that not every play is a touchdown, right?
Yeah.
It's just interesting to kind of look at it. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, gym owners, if you want to win, this is the hack. This is the secret of all the secrets. Surround yourself with like-minded, driven gym owners.
Well, and I think the biggest thing too is we talk about the island of entrepreneurship, right? You open up a business, you're doing the thing, you kind of feel secluded. Maybe you don't know where that network lives or who to go reach out to and things like that. That's why we talk about coaching programs and masterminds, because that's exactly what they are. And like Tim said, he highly recommends you join a program or a mastermind because that's how you literally put yourself right in alignment with high performers. And the thing is too, you were talking about whether it be the networking, problem solutions, those groups source solutions for you, help you source solutions quickly. But before even all of that, you could sit in a room and just absorb success in a way.
It's
right?
It's like
the proximity leads to, and I think most of that is, it starts to change the way you think. It starts to change your beliefs of what's possible. How many times have we had somebody who's been a 20-year veteran of the industry that never, maybe they dabbled with a couple of groups and things like that over the years, but never really found a home or was consistent with that. And then all of a sudden they put themselves around other individuals and it's oh my, this is what I've been missing. And we hear it all the time. I wish I did this sooner. And the results show for themselves. And that's the biggest thing all you have to do is step into that room. When opportunity presents itself, you walk through that door. The results are, whether or not you take all of the action or some of them, or again, even just being there, that once you start changing those belief systems, it changes the way you look at your business and the results happen regardless.
Yeah, I think the takeaway point is what becomes the norm.
The norm. Yep.
What is normal? You know, like what revenue number is normal in the Iron Circle? I mean, I think 70,000 is pretty normal in that group a month. I'm sorry.
In recurring.
In recurring revenue, you know, an $800, $700 to $1 million single location gym is pretty normal. It's not like such a huge outlier that it's impossible to get to. The majority of the gyms in there do about that. And they're always striving for more. And it's interesting because in this industry, we've talked about averages and what's normal. And what's normal is about $25,000 a month. And we're done. That's the status quo.
Yeah.
And we've got a saying in the Iron Circles that we're unsatisfied with the status quo. And it's only up to you, gym owners, that whether or not you're going to decide that's acceptable or not. You can take it easy and make 25 grand. You could.
Comfort equals complacency in my book.
You can be comfortable, you know, or decide you want more. And you know what? If you're going to spend the next 10 years of your life doing something, you might as well make it worth it.
Yeah.
So that's really the point to the message, is not to be comfortable, be unsatisfied with the status quo. Understand that where you're at in today's day and age, whatever your gym's at, whether it's 35, 50, 60, that there's always more. There's always somebody doing better and that you could do better. And what's cool about at least the Iron Circle, at least, I don't know about the other groups, is it's an open book in there. Everybody's mission is to help everybody else. And so there's no secrets. There's no like, hey, I'm doing this secret thing and I'm not going to share it with anybody. No, it's like, here's what I'm doing. I want to.
I'm doing it. Yeah, go do it.
Go do it if you want to, or I'll help you do it. You know, and it's super cool because it's usually a tweak here, a tweak there, and that's what's funny about these veteran gym owners that come over 15 years in. We get behind the curtain, we start looking at it. It's like, well, why are you doing this, this, and this? Well, you know, I didn't think about it that way. Let me adjust, and all of a sudden they explode. You know, whatever it is. It could be marketing, it could be pricing, it could be the mission, it could be your team development, it could be all of those things, or a combination, right? And so here's the ticket, guys. We shared with you the 7 habits. There's other things you can do, obviously, but these are the core. I sat and thought about all these for a long time when I was doing this. If you did these 7 things and you focus, like, these are habits. These aren't just like a marketing. This is not like run a meta ad or run a challenge. That's not what the habits are, like the way of life.
It's like a belief system, an ethos.
Yeah. Squeeze out the competitive edge, surround yourself with like-minded driven individuals, make your product the best it can be. Like these are habits, right? If you follow these guys, I guarantee you will win. And if you follow these and you came back to me and say, hey, Tim, I followed all of those to the T and I didn't win, I don't know. I'll give you $100,000. You know, whatever it is. We probably find a couple of things we could have done better. Yeah. Right? It's just that simple. 7 things. Can you guys do 7 things and just focus on these 7 things? And like I said before, there's always one big domino. And the 7th habit is the big domino. When you surround yourself with the like-minded driven individuals, the gym owners that are unsatisfied with the status quo, understand what is truly possible, your belief system changes. What is normal becomes astronomical to what you believed it was like 2 years prior. Like, oh my gosh. And then that becomes normal. And then you're pushing again and you're pushing again. That's how you get ahead. That's how you win. If you guys have any interest in the Iron Circle, we'll put a link in the show notes somewhere. You guys could check it out, ironcircle.net. We're always looking to push and bring the best in the business in here. We're constantly recruiting for that group. Like we want the best gym owners in there. We want the best. So we got a retreat coming up. It may be past by the time this one comes out. And we'll share all those details after that event. That thing's insane.
This one's going to be nuts.
Yeah. Can't wait to share everybody the video. So go back and review these habits, guys. If you need help, let us know. Link in show notes. Hopefully that episode helps you guys as well as the other 6 habits. Until next show, keep changing lives. I'll see you on the next one. Bye. All right. Thanks for listening to another episode of the Built to Grow podcast. If you want more help growing your business, join our free Facebook group, Profit Accelerator, helping training gyms grow to $30,000 a month and beyond. We'd love to see you there. Go check out the show notes for the link and keep building something great. And we'll see you in the next episode.